Good afternoon. My name is Pablo Gonzalez. I'm the Director of Latin America Research at FSG, and we're recording this video from Buenos Aires in Argentina. Yesterday, we hosted 17 of our clients here in Argentina, a combination of Argentina GMs and Southern Cone GMs. We've shared with them our view on Argentina, not just from a macroeconomic standpoint, but also in terms of business implications and actions to take. And I would say the three takeaways that I have from yesterday's event are, first and foremost, that there's a little bit more optimism in Argentina relative to 12 months ago. However, because performance in 2017 was more driven by inflation than by additional sales volumes, questions remain as to what is the strength of economic recovery in Argentina. The second key takeaway is that we still see a lot of divergence across industries in terms of performance, with B2B and healthcare companies doing much better than B2C companies. And the third key takeaway would be that at least 1/3 of our clients were able to tap into corporate resources to fund investment growth in Argentina. We were a little bit worried that that wouldn't be the case based on some conversations we were having, when top line targets increase, at a faster pace than the resources that you're getting. But the fact that at least 1/3 of our clients were able to tap into corporate resources, I think it bodes well for growth in Argentina, at least when it comes to multinational growth. Finally, I would say because FX depreciation will outpace inflation in 2018, so actually the opposite of what happened last year. There's concerns about the ability of companies to stay profitable in Argentina, and that's obviously a concern when it comes to tapping into corporate resources moving forward. So just to sum up, I think it was a very interesting event, a lot of very good insights in the room, and we look forward to being back in Buenos Aires in a few months.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex Schober, the Southern Cone Analyst for Frontier Strategy Group. We just had our event yesterday in Buenos Aires, and there definitely was less skepticism in the room for Argentina's economic recovery going forward. And I took away two main themes from the event. The first one was that our clients seem to be in agreement that inflation is definitely the biggest short-term challenge of Argentina's government right now. During the event, I walked them through sort of the strategy that the government is doing to lower inflation. Essentially, this means that the government is trying to remove subsidies, which means higher costs for utilities in the short term. However, it's all part of a grand strategy to reduce the fiscal deficit, to reduce the need to print money. And they seem to be pretty much in agreement that that was the government strategy, but even though it's a pretty tough pill to swallow in the short term. The second main takeaway that I got from the event was we had a pretty spirited discussion over gradualism of economic adjustment versus shock therapy. And the main thing is that in Argentina, gradualism is sort of the route that you have to take. Shock therapy is just not a very politically viable economic strategy in Argentina, even though the majority of our clients would like to see, in theory, every economic adjustment taken care of in one foul swoop. Anyways, but I really enjoyed our event that we had here. I look forward to coming back to Buenos Aires sometime towards the end of the year to gauge the temperature of our clients, to see how they did in 2018, and to see what they think about the elections going forward in 2019.